Good evening, everybody. Good evening. So welcome. I thought it was so beautiful that solstice, actually winter solstice, is falling on a Wednesday night, which is when we normally have a service. And it's also falling on a Wednesday night that is normally the prayer chaplain's healing service. So it really seemed like a beautiful opportunity to bring those two things together. And as you can see, we have this beautiful labyrinth that we have. And so winter solstice is one of my favorite holidays because it's an opportunity for us to be able to get quiet. And in the midst of all the busyness that is the holiday season, this moment right now, where we can actually welcome the darkness and welcome the stillness and welcome the opportunity to turn inward, is just so important. And so if you're joining us on the live stream, welcome. I'm Reverend Deanne Morency. I'm the senior minister here at Unity in Marin. And it is my joy to share with you today a beautiful opportunity to turn inward and be fully present during the solstice. So we're going to start off with a song, which some of you got to hear, but that's good because all of the songs this evening are participatory. So they're not meant for you to sit and just be a spectator to. They're an invitation for you to join in with the entire energy of the service. And so at any point during the service, you are free to move around. You're free to start the labyrinth at any time that you want while we're doing this. There will be a specific time in the service where we will invite people onto the labyrinth. There are prayer chaplains here, and they will be available for prayer and for hands-on healing. So all of that is coming. So I'm going to invite our fabulous vocalist to come up here. So if we could just have some love for Jason Myers, who stepped in at the 9th hour because our scheduled musician came down with COVID, and Jason was and is the champ that he is. And Jeannie and Cindy and Carolyn have graciously offered to lead all of us in the chants. So please know that this is an invitation for you to sing along.
Fire is burning, the long night draws near. All who need comfort are welcome by here. We'll dance 'neath the stars and toast the past year. For the spirit of solstice is still living here. We'll count all our blessings while the mother lays down. Snow as her blanket covering the ground. Thanks to the mother for the life that she brings. She'll waken to warm us again in the spring. The poor and the hungry, the sick and the lost, these are our children, no matter the cost. Come by the fire, the harvest to share, for the spirit of solstice is still living here. A fire is burning, the long night draws near. All who need comfort are welcome by here. We'll dance neath the stars and toast the past year, for the spirit of solstice is still living here. For the spirit of solstice is still living here.
So let's just take a breath together as we breathe into this space, this place, where the spirit of solstice is still living here. So we open the heart as we quiet the mind, letting go of whatever came before this moment. Whatever that activity was, we're letting that fall away. And whatever activity might be coming after, just allowing that to drop away as we welcome present moment awareness. The right here, the right now, the breath that is breathing us. Recognizing that breath, that life, that love, that is truly all that there is. It is my life. It is the life of each person here. It is the life of any who are on their way. For it is that which is everywhere present. And we bless it right now. We bless the mother that we all are. We bless the planet that nourishes and sustains us. We bless this opportunity to rest, to lay down, knowing that we are held and comforted, and that everything it is that we need, we already have. So just feel into that space, the wholeness that you are, the grace that you are, the love that you are, the light that you are. And just feel that light shining forth, blazing out into the seeming darkness. And just saying yes to our capacity to be light, to be love, to share light, to share love, to receive light, and to receive love. And in gratitude for this, and so much more beyond words, I release it into that which is, knowing it is done. And in agreement, we all say, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the power of the dark. And that the power, sometimes we shy away from the dark. We shy away from the things that might not seem as rosy or as cheerful or as comfortable. But this time of year, it's a little more challenging in California because we don't really get the cold, winter, snow, which sort of forces you inside, forces you to just not go anywhere. And in some ways, that's why this time is even more important, because we have to do it for ourselves. We have to create this space for ourselves. So what happens when we enter into the dark? It's actually a time of rest, which is so important. Seeds that we plant need to germinate in the dark. They don't just sprout full force, right? Just from the seed in the midst of the sun. They have to spend time in the dark, in the dirt. And it is from there that we get to grow and expand. So this time of year is an opportunity for us to welcome the dark. And I don't know about you, but I've certainly had my dark night of the soul. Anybody in here have dark night of the soul? And it does one of two things. It either scares you so much you never want to experience it again, or what I have discovered more often is that it enables us to understand just how much more resource we actually have than what we thought we had before that time. It allows us to deepen in new and powerful ways. So what if we weren't afraid of the dark? You know, when we were kids and we think that there are monsters under the bed and there's something in the closet. Well, what are the monsters that are under your bed? What is it that's in your closet that you don't want to let out or don't want to look into? And this is the time of year where we get to do this safely. We get to do this with each other. We get to do this in a space where we have prayer chaplains standing by, where we're anchoring consciousness for each other so that it's okay to go into the darkness. Because the light is right here always. It's your light. It's my light. Can you feel the light? And that never goes away. Even if everything around you seems to be dark, there is always light. And that is what we celebrate during this time of solstice. So in celebration of that, I lit the Hanukkah candles earlier this evening, and there's a reason why all of the holidays at this time of year all have a similar theme, which is about bringing light into the seeming darkness. And with Hanukkah, it is the miracle of the light that lasted for 8 days when it was only supposed to last for 1. And with Advent, if we come over here to the Advent wreath, which for our purposes tonight is the wheel of life, right? All the similar imagery. So this is the wheel of life here. And we've been working our way through the 4 directions, as we would say in the pagan traditions. We've been working through earth, air, fire, water. We've been working through north, south, east, west. In the Christian terminology, that's peace. That's faith, peace, love, and joy. But they're all talking and pointing towards the same thing. Can you feel that? No matter what the tradition is, it's all pointing towards the light that you are. And so we're going to light right now what we call, and everybody take a breath with me, the Christ candle. And what we mean by that here in Unity is we mean the wholeness that you are. We mean the perfection that you are. We mean the I am that you are. We mean the love that you are. We mean the goddess that you are and the God that you are. So any word that works for you, you are freely given permission to substitute it. And so I'm going to light it off the Hanukkah candles. All right, I'm going to use the Hanukkah candle. And so the invitation as we light this candle that represents our absolute wholeness, that represents the light that we are, that is always burning, even in the midst of the seeming darkness. We just say yes to that being our light. Can we say yes to that? Can we say, I am the light? I am the light. I am the light. And so I'm going to invite our singers to come back up, and we have another chant. And for those who have come in, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. All of the singing tonight is participatory. It's not that you're a spectator. So you'll be like, but they're simple. You'll be able to follow along. I'm going to invite you to still even more. It's the gift of the winter comfort, the resting in the Great Mother. So as we quiet, we just continue to open our heart, open our breath, and we ask ourselves, what is seeking to turn in our life? What is it that we are being invited to turn over, to make new? What is hiding under our bed or in our closet that we are being invited to love, to bring into our heart even more, to embrace more fully the wheel that is our life. At the center, we sit at the center of that wheel. So let's just rest here and listen for a moment as to what we are being invited to release, to see, to notice, or to become. And as we take a breath together, we just know that the opportunity for us to keep turning that wheel is available right now.
We are awake, awake in the night. We turn the wheel to bring the light. We turn the wheel to bring the light. We are awake, awake in the night. We bring the wheel to bring the light. We turn the wheel to bring the light.
So it is. Amen. So I'm going to invite you to stay in this yummy, yummy space because we're going to step into the labyrinth very shortly. But I just want to let people know that there are baskets as you're leaving. If you'd like to make a love offering, you can do so as you're leaving. We have some upcoming events here at Unity in Marin. Christmas Day, we're going to be doing a whole 12 Powers ritual, and we'll have the Unity in Marin choir. Christmas Eve, I don't know why we don't have a slide for that, but we have a whole evening planned for Christmas Eve as well. That's at 6 p.m. We have our Burning Bowl ritual on New Year's Day at 10 a.m., and that's where you'll be invited to burn away whatever you don't want to bring into the new year with you. And then on January 8th, we have our White Stone Divine Letter Writing Ritual. So we have a lot of really wonderful programming, so please do come back and join us. And if you're watching online, we do have virtual holiday kits that if you just reach out to us, we'll try to get one in the mail to you so that you can participate in all of these events virtually. So the office is going to be closed next week, so I won't be available, just so everybody knows that. Spread the word. And so the Labyrinth, for those of you who haven't done a Labyrinth before, it's not a maze, so you're not going to get lost. There's a very clear entry point, and if you stay on the path, there is a very clear ending point. And then, so the invitation, there's 3 parts to the journey of a labyrinth. There is the entry and the walking into something. There is the arrival at the seeming center. And then there is the return journey as you are coming back outward. So I invite you to dance with that journey in any way that you would like. Sometimes people go in with a question and then they sit in the center listening, and then the outward journey is how they're going to actually express that what they caught in time and in space. Sometimes it's about walking in with nothing at all, and then just seeing what arises and allowing the journey to move through you. It's an opportunity to ask, what do I need to release? And you can release it in the center and then maybe come back out. So there's really no rules when you're walking a labyrinth, except this one, please no bare feet on the labyrinth or actual shoes. So we've got socks and we have booties. So you can wear socks, that's fine. The oils from your feet damage the canvas, as do your shoes. So if you need to wear your shoes, do so when we've got booties, and if you can take your shoes off and wear your socks, you're fine, and if you're barefoot, we have socks for you. The prayer chaplains are going to be standing by, so they've got white stoles, and they are available at any point for either prayer, or you can just go ask for some hands-on healing. There's some amazing hands-on healing folks there, and they'll do some really beautiful work. So just know that you're supported in that way as well. So we're going to have a chant that's going to bring us into the labyrinth space. You can do this labyrinth in your own time. What I'd like to show everyone, so if you're watching online and you're thinking, well, I want to participate, even though I'm online. So there's a link on our website and if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, where you can download what's called a finger labyrinth. And so this is a labyrinth that you can use with your finger so that you can do it anywhere, and it's portable and you can take it with you. So we have some in the back. So if anybody here would like to play around with the finger labyrinth, we've got a bunch on the clipboard in the back, as well as being able to walk the physical labyrinth. So pretty much from this point on, if you want to just join in some of the chanting, and then in your own time, you can walk the labyrinth. We have about 45 minutes for people to walk the labyrinth in their own time or so. So there's no rush. You don't have to hurry. We've got lots and lots of time. And then at the end, about 8:30 or so it's actually about an hour, we'll probably end with a final closing chant. The invitation will be to just stay in this space of listening after you leave here. So if you want to walk the labyrinth and sit and meditate in here for a while, you can. If you want to walk the labyrinth and then step out into the night and head home, you're welcome to do that as well. Okay? Any questions? Is everybody good? Because we're creating a container for each other, right? A sacred space. All right, I'm going to let these guys lead us into the chant.
Behold the night, there are gifts here
So as we breathe into the space that we've been creating, we know that we're going to continue to carry this with us as we step forth. So I'm going to invite us all, you can just absorb, just take in this final closing chant.
We are awake, awake in the night. We turn the wheel to bring the light. We turn the wheel to bring the light. We are awake, awake in the night. We turn the wheel to bring the light. We turn the wheel to bring the light. We are awake, awake in the night. We turn the wheel to bring the light. We turn the wheel to bring the light.
And so we go forth this evening, blessed and blanketed by the dark, knowing that we truly are the light. And so it is. Amen. Peace and blessings, everyone.